Upon looking at my collection, I realized we're going to have to split 1991 in half because lordy, we got a lot. 1991 would be another big year for Walt Disney Classics. So we're going to start with the two new ones and one semi-new Disney Classic to add to the Pantheon. Excuse me, Beauty and the Beast, it is not your turn. We have to start off with The Jungle Book. Arguably one of Disney's most popular and successful films. The Jungle Book had been released in the spring of 1991 and would be immensely successful on home video, selling, if I'm not mistaken, somewhere between 10 and 15 million copies. Has almost nothing to do with Rudyard Kipling's original book, but hey, what you gonna do? We have an ink label for The Jungle Book this time. And March 26th, 1991. One of my personal favorites, as you guys know from my top 10 favorite openings videos, The Jungle Book's 1991 release. I just love The Jungle Book in general. It's one of my all-time favorite Disney films. Now, the interesting thing as to why I have two copies of The Jungle Book is that this one has a sticker label with purple font for The Jungle Book and that good old-fashioned red Walt Disney Home Video logo on the Classics diamond. And a print date of July 25th, 1991. Jungle Book would be on home video until the early spring of 1992, when it would go back into the vault until being re-released in 1997 afterwards. Robin Hood decided it was time that he returned to home video with a slightly redesigned cover art and a new black diamond thing and a bunch of new animation and new friggin' cover crap. Robin Hood, unlike its original release, would continue to remain. We had a couple of proof of purchases, one for Robin Hood, one for Fantasia. Don't know why I still have those, but either way. Shouldn't Fantasia be in the Fantasia thing? You'd think, but it's not, but either way. Robin Hood, unlike its original release, May 16th, 1991, Robin Hood would remain alongside Dumbo, Alice in Wonderland, and The Sword in the Stone as a perennial Disney classic. So Robin Hood would be, in essence, let me put the stuff back in there. Don't want to forget that. It's kind of nice to have that. Robin Hood would become one of the 4, soon-to-be 5, perennial Disney classics. Now, this is a different release of Technically, it's the same, but it's also a bit of a different release for Robin Hood. The release that I showed you just before, had a trailer for both The Jungle Book and The Rescuers Down Under on it. This one has no trailers at all. In fact, this one has the green FBI warnings, which originated in 1991 or 1992, depending on how you feel about it, and the original 1988 prototype Walt Disney Classics logo that had premiered on the Cinderella videotape. And this one was released February 7th, 1994 is this one's print date. It would not be the only film released in 1991. Oh, hello, you. Another proof of purchase. Coolio. This would not be the only one of the Disney films that would get this treatment, as The Rescuers Down Under would as well. Now, The Rescuers Down Under was released to Disney Home Video after a relatively underwhelming run at the box office in 1990. It definitely did not gross as much as The Little Mermaid did. It made about $28 million domestically and then another 20 or so million worldwide. Probably because people were expecting something along the lines of The Little Mermaid to come out, and The Rescuers Down Under just wasn't that. It's unfortunate, but what you gonna do? This is the later edition, as this one also has a green FBI warnings and the Walt Disney Classics logo, but no trailer in front of it. February 5th, 1994. And last but not least is this one, which is the original one. I don't know why I had them out of order, but that's what I get for not paying attention. This one would actually be fairly successful on home video, selling about 5 or 6 million copies. The tape here is a little... The clamshell case is a little broken, so I'm going to have to get a new one for that. April 30th, 1991. And this one has a trailer for The Jungle Book on it before going into the movie. 1991 was a pretty big year for Disney, as you can tell. 2 titles already, and we still haven't got to the fall release that was coming. But we'll do that in part 2 of 1991. So, stay classy, YouTube.